Very proud of our players and the effort and the intensity and the fight and resolve to battle back. We dug ourselves too big of a hole, especially with the big plays on defense early in the game. We had a third down situation, 73-yard. We made a four-man pressure to the back. We had made a change call with our defensive end and missed the back and then missed a tackle in the middle of the field. 31-yard run first drive of the game. That's 100 yards right there, and really which led to 14 points. We settled down from that point on and continued to, defensively. Field position got us a little bit. They made the Y on the over route. They hit that on us, and then the throwback to the tight end. Settled down in the second half. I think we had about 250 yards in the first quarter and 155 for the rest of the game. But we dug ourselves too big of a hole. We moved the ball offensively. I thought we did protect well for the most part. We gave up one sack on a 7-man protection. I think the other one was more of two situations were scrambles. But we ran the ball effectively at times. We threw the ball well at times. We just got to somehow figure out a way to create more explosive plays for our football team to gain momentum. But I give our guys credit. Defensively, third down was a killer. Obviously, there at the end, not being able to get off the field. In those situations, we've got to be able to convert some third downs and force a punt in that situation, especially with that much time on the clock. So disappointed in that, but I've been very pleased with our players and how they continue to play hard, and that's what we'll continue to see. I'll open up for any questions.
Well, you guys lately, especially first quarter, really struggled defensively.
Yeah. I don't know, Pat. We're going to go back and look. We got dug out on the lead zone weak side, and the 3 got washed a little bit, and the 6 technique got cut, and they got a 31-yard gainer. They hit Gurley out of the backfield. We were in a zone match coverage, and the linebacker was a little bit late, but he was okay. They had the third down conversion. We were in an inside-out coverage, so they had a couple good calls there, and then they hit the 31-yard run, which that was disappointing. But we need to get out of the gate quicker to create more momentum for our team.
The Gurley 73-yard touchdown, what kind of happened on that play?
Well, I've already said it. We had a 4-man pressure to the back. We're running free. They saw the pressure. They checked. They free-released the back, and we had a player that missed the back. And he's got him man-to-man. I mean, we've got what we want, and we missed it. So.
Obviously, the field goals have been an issue for you guys all year. How costly was that in the game to miss field goals?
Well, the first drive, we need to get points out of the drive. You hit the ball in the second play of the game. It's what we wanted. And we just got to convert those situations. We've got to get some red zone touchdowns, and very disappointed that we couldn't get the field goal in on either situation.
Looked like you were arguing with the official a little bit on the near-on ball play. It looked like his helmet was knocked off, or did he throw it off?
That's all a judgment call. I mean, it's whatever they call, they call.
What were your thoughts about maybe some of the crucial penalties to Pat and early getting against sportsmanlike and near-on balls?
I don't see all. I mean, it's hard to see some of that, So I don't, whatever they call, they call. In the last 24 years at the University of Florida, we've led the SEC in penalties 20 out of 24, either first or second. That was long before I got here. So it's interesting, but it is what it is.
What about the plays by Leon and Solomon, just a heads up, make sure those 2 plays?
It was a great play by Leon. In no situation, we always talk about scooping and scoring. It was an outstanding play.
And Solomon running that ripping the ball out of his hands for the first down?
Exactly. I mean, again, Solomon's played well for us.
Well, can you talk about the decision at the end of the half there to go for the fourth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we're going to play aggressive. I told the players coming in the game we're going to play an aggressive style. We got exactly what we wanted. We got a pressure look off the backside. We blocked 4 weak on the pressure, and we got exactly what we wanted coverage-wise. We just got to run through the catch, and we got to convert that situation. We got man coverage, exactly what we drew up and exactly what we wanted, and we just got to convert it.
Was there concern, though, that obviously
they didn't have any timeouts, and that was my fault. They had no timeouts. We gave them the big ball down the seam that put them in range. We were in a coverage where we were trapping the flat, and when they hit the ball down the sideline. If they had timeouts, I probably would have kicked, but they didn't have any timeouts. I felt like we needed to call the game aggressively, let our players play aggressively.
What was the formula coming into the game? What did you think was the formula for you guys to be able to win the game?
Have more points.
As far as getting back to the running game, you talked about doing that a little better.
Just more balance, especially on the early downs, throwing the ball and taking some shots and picking our spots to 7- and 8-man protect and mix that in and not be as predictable formationally and protection-wise in what we're trying to do. Kelvin's a good player. I mean, he continues every week to improve. He continues. He's got natural running instincts. It's always been good. He did a nice job on a couple pressures tonight and picking up the linebacker running through, and he's done a nice job.
Well, did you change anything at halftime, or did you tell Tyler it's there for you if you want it, you want to run the football?
Well, we had a couple scramble situations we wish he'd have taken advantage of in the first half. And so he came back, and again, he's a very coachable player, did a nice job.
Will, how were you guys at halftime?
They were fine. I mean, they were fine. It's our guys are, pretty technical about what was going on. You give up 2 big plays and a couple chunks there defensively. Frustrated with that. And then, we got a couple field position. You hold them to field goals, which were lifesavers for us in the first half. And, we just continue to battle and play.
What's the attitude of your team after the game?
They were upset and hurt, but we'll rebound and we'll be fine.
You were very upset after the Missouri game. How you feel about where your team?
We've improved. We got better from Missouri. That's what we need to do. We need to get a win.
Well, you gave up from the end of the first half to the start of that last drive. I think you gave up 24 yards in the second half. How frustrating is that to allow them to do that?
Well, we've certainly been inconsistent, and that's the frustrating part for me right now.
How do you thought the offensive line did today? I know that was
I thought we blocked well. I thought we got a hat on a hat. I thought we got good movement. I think we had 4 sacks. One was on a 7-man protection and was on the tight end, and a couple were scramble situations that we had time to throw the ball. It wasn't because of the offensive line, but I think, again, we'll go back, watch the film, but there was nothing that we felt like on the sideline where we were just really struggling to handle.
You talked
We
about
got a couple Florida players out in the hallway, guys.
Especially the tackles, some help there and protection. It didn't seem like that position stuck out as much as far as.
No, I think, again, those guys,
Tyler did.
I think from what I could see from the field, I thought they did well.
Well, how do you feel about some of the hostility you heard from the crowd?
What's that?
How do you feel about some of the hostility?
That's I don't spend 2 seconds thinking about it. We just move on. We got to coach our football team, control the things you can control, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to be fine. I can assure you of that.
How much frustrating was it to see some of the tackles that got missed on defense?
Well, when you play good people, sometimes those happen. You got to swarm the ball. You got to leverage the ball, and we'll work on tackling. We've been a pretty good tackling team the last couple of years.
That's the second game in a row you kind of had a chance at the SEC East still. What do you have to do to get over the hump towards start winning some of those games?
Well, again, in those situations, obviously it's not one thing. I don't think you can put your finger on it and say this is it. But we just got to continue to work to do the things we've got to do to put our players in the best situation, and that's what we're going to do.
Going back to the offensive line, Tyler seemed like he had a lot more time to throw. What were some of the things that you guys did to give
I think we just played better. I think, obviously we worked on base fundamentals. We reduced some things in protection. We tried to simplify some things for those guys, and that's what we tried to do. And we executed a little bit better up front.
2 final questions, guys.
Do you guys have any injuries?
No, I don't think so. At halftime, I know we were fine, and nothing came up in the second half.
Do you feel like you'll stick with this offensive line going forward now?
At this time, yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you rally around team-wise at this point? The SEC East is the big thing coming into this game.
You're around the fact you play at the University of Florida. It's a great place to play football. You got a lot of very close locker room, and guys play for each other. And that's a lot for those guys, and they understand that. And it's frustrating, and they're down, and they're hurt. But at the end of the day, the guys got a lot of pride, and they're competitors, and they want to go out and compete, and they're going to play well.
Thanks, guys.
All right.